Welcome back. We're on episode number 2 of the Cummins swap build here, and today we're going to be cleaning up this nice Cummins here. It runs great. I had it on the stand, runs really nice, and I cleaned it up. It was the dirtiest 12 valve I've ever worked on. Just wretched. So I spent like an hour pressure washing it, and it's still real dirty. So we're going to clean it up a little bit more before we paint it, but we're going to be doing all that in today's video. I'm not going to show you guys how to pound in the seals and all these different things. There's lots of good videos on that. However, I'm going to show you some tips just to save you some time, because we're not trying to goof around here. We like to get stuff done, you know. Now, this bad boy can be a real pain to get off. Now, if you don't have the right tool, you don't need the right tool, because all you need is a ratchet strap. You put it over this pulley, put the strap, hook it down somewhere, and just cinch her tight so that this cannot turn. And then you get a wrench and you put it, slide it down here on the big nut that's on the fan, and smack her loose, and that will work. I've done it many times. And when you get it off, check your bearing. This thing is perfect, feels great. I've never seen one of these bad, but just check it. The next thing you're going to take off is your harmonic balancer. Now, before you pull it off, just a pro tip here, not that I'm a pro or anything, put a paint line pointing up. So that way when you go to put it back on your engine, it's going in the same spot where you took it off. Like, a guy just does not want to be risking stuff, you know, being out of balance. So that's just a little tip. This here is your oil fill tube. There's a bolt right here. They have to take off, and then you just spin like that and spin her off. Real nice and easy. And there's an O-ring in there. Now, here's another tip for you, buddies. When you're pulling out your timing cover bolts, there's about 5 different lengths here, and it can be a real pain in the butt when you're going to put her all back together and the bolt's too short or too long or whatever. Take a piece of cardboard and just start clockwise, and just when you're taking your bolts out, mark the top one up here, go around, good to go. That way when you're putting her back together, it goes on real nice and it works great. When you have this apart, make sure you check the KDP pin. I pulled this one out, and I pulled the cover off, and there was no KDP in there. So either someone had pulled it out or it fell off. And I'm looking at all the gaskets on this thing, and those things look factory. So I'm telling you, I think that the KDP fell out on this, and I just got real lucky. When I pull the oil pan later today, we will get a better look at that and see if that was the case. Hopefully it's down in there, or someone pulled it out. Guys will be like, oh, you got to change your water pump while you're there. If you know anything about Cummins, it takes about 10 seconds to change this water pump. 2 bolts, pop it out, put a new gasket on, put it in, good. Not a big deal. Okay, we're back. And we're back at the rear of the engine here. What I have in my hand is the rear main cover. I'm going to tell you right now, just take it to a diesel shop and get them to press it in for you. It cost me 20 bucks. I wrecked one already trying to do it myself. That was $80. That's a lot of money. That's like 40 coffees. Pouring coffee down the drain, you know what I'm saying? You don't want to be doing that. Just a bad deal. So you can see it's got the Speedy sleeve in there, which kind of makes up for all the blemishes on the crank. I'm not actually going to be using a gasket. I'm going to use Right Stuff, because I know then that it will not leak, and I'm not trying to have leaks here. We're going to be pulling the oil pan off after this, but we're just going to get this nice and clean so we can press on the new main seal. Okay, so you can see here we got the Right Stuff on there. Now, this is not the professional way to do this, but I'm not a professional. I just don't want it to leak, and I know for a fact that if I do it this way, this bad boy is not going to leak. So we're just going to take this here and slide it on. Pound it on all nice and whatever. So now we want to suck these bad rickies down pretty quick, because we want that Right Stuff to seal. I think I dropped a bolt under here. Only 24, and my back already hurts a lot. Well, I shouldn't be complaining. Okay, here we go. So we're going to punch this all the way in. Make sure that surface is all clean, because you really don't want any debris getting in there, because it will make a mess and wreck your seal. One thing, you know, I'm super thankful that I have is this big crane here on my picker truck. I've bent a cherry picker lifting one of these bad rickies before because they can be very heavy. Of course, this pin does not want to come out. You know, something's always just going weird and wrong. And there we go. Nope. Sometimes you just look like a goof. It's another example. I'm not using the right tool for the right job, and that is why I'm having problems. That's why I always have problems, it seems. There we go, finally. What was supposed to be a 2-second job never is a 2-second job. There. Okay, so now we're gonna lift her up. So the reason I'm doing this is because I didn't make my engine stand high enough. I've got 2 little girls and a wife at home. I'm not trying to die, you know what I'm saying? Ow. Looks good to me. She's good to go. Time to drain the oil out of this bad boy. I should have done that earlier, but I forgot. I think it's an 18 millimeter. Nope. 17? It'll work. There we go. Man, that was tight. And there's our KDP right there. KDP. We got real lucky. We'll just put that right there. I'm gonna go ahead and pull off all these bolts here and drop the pan. Hopefully we don't spill a bunch of oil everywhere. Usually that's how I do it. Hopefully not today. I'm gonna bonk my head again. Maybe Sam's trucks should start wearing safety hats or whatever they are, safety hard hats. Yeah. You know, a guy got really lucky right there. That's what I'm talking about. We don't goof around here with, you know, little brake clean anymore. We use the big jug because we burn through a lot of it. The stuff just works, okay? Like, it just works. We all know this stuff just works the best. If I can get her open. Good enough. Put some floor dry in the, you know, shop drain here and just spray her down. Yep. Probably better just to use a rig. Ow! Oh. Maybe that's the other half of the dowel pin, or maybe 2 dowel pins fell out. Either way, sketchy. It's like our lives, you know, get full of sin, get real dirty. We need a good cleaning up. That's why you need Jesus in your life. That's what I'm telling you. He will wash your sins away and make you clean. Because if you die, you know, you could watch this video and you could go and, you know, hop in your car and go to work and get hit by a train and you could die. Either you're going to heaven or hell, and you don't want to go to hell. So that's why you gotta believe that Jesus died on the cross for your sins, and you will be saved. I'll tell you the truth. That looks pretty good. So now I'm gonna clean off the oil pan, and then we're gonna paint it black. We're just gonna go through and just heat her up a little bit. Can never have enough black paint. Flame proof. Not the right paint for the job, but it'll get the job done. Roll the sprayer down. Ready to go. So we're gonna put this aside and we're gonna take the intake horn off the engine, and then we're just gonna spray down the whole engine with brake clean real good, and it's gonna look pretty good, I think. So now we're gonna take off the exhaust manifold here. Just each bolt, just spray her down a little bit. If these bust off in there, that's not a good deal. So I'm just gonna pull off this oil drain here. Whoop, I think we got the wrench right on the floor here. Wrong size. Okay. Hopefully we don't bust her. Just put the impact on it. So you put your ratchet on like this, and you just wiggle it. Oh, loose. Man, we're having a good day. Do the next one. Oh man, just like butter, just nothing. Whoop, this one's not quite as nice. So I budged a little bit, so now we're gonna budge her back. Because if this snaps, we're in bad luck. There we go. There we go. There we go. There we go. Okay, last 2 here. I can see the bolt, like the shank here, moving. but it's not really moving that good. We just put a little heat on here like this. Just heat it up just a bit, it'll help. There we go. There you go. See, all it just takes is just a little bit of extra time. Looks like we got a new block heater cord on there, so that's cool. A quick little lesson here on a grid heater. You got power coming in here and grounding through here, so this just heats up, creates heat for your intake, so when you're starting it up you have warm air. I think they work better than glow plugs in my opinion. Masking tape that I have is complete garbage. Doesn't seal worth a hoot. So that's why I'm using duct tape. Alright, so what we're gonna do next is pack crap in here like that. So then I can just use my little flap disky thing and clean those up. So we're just gonna clean this surface up. There we go. So this is the best stuff. This is called Super Clean. You know, you just spray her on. You let her sit for about a minute. It'll actually strip the top layer off too. It works great. Scrub it a little more. So we've got her all sprayed down. You know, I'm gonna give her a good wipe with the rag, let her dry, and then we're gonna give her a quick spray with some paint. It's gonna look great. Another little spray here. Just I saw a little spot under here that was maybe not quite right, so we'll just spray that down. We got her painted, looking good. Nice gunmetal gray. We're going with black valve covers, and yeah, she's gonna be looking good. It's a good day in the shop, you know. You know, it's a good day when your wife stops by to bring you cookies. This is my beautiful wife, Shayna, and she brought me some cookies, so we're gonna enjoy that. Do you have a cookie for me?
Yeah.
Well, thank you. Oh, you ate a few bites. This is Penny, and that is Pippi. Hi, Pippi. Is your mom coming soon? The oil pan over there is dry, so we're gonna throw that on right now and then do everything else. I've still got to peel all the gasket off this bad Ricky. Not going as I planned. Oh boy! My knees are the worst. It's always because I'm kneeling on concrete. Almost got her. I wanted that surface to be clean because I do not think there's room in this square body to pull the oil pan down, because that front cross member on the two-wheel drives is pretty close to the oil pan with the Summit Racing motor mounts. And I'm going to tell you right now, guys, don't use anything else in the Summit motor mounts. They just work so good. And guys will be whining because like, oh yeah, the clamshells break and whatever. You just need to get better clamshell or motor mounts, insulators, whatever they're called. There's so many different names. If you get the polyurethane ones, you won't have problems. Are we doing that? No. I just stuff them full of right stuff, and then that seems to work pretty good. Ugh. I'm telling you, my knees are gonna be shot. I'm gonna show you guys how I do the oil pans and the gaskets and all that. Clean this off, amazingly good. Now what we're gonna do, and this is gonna, you know, cause you frustration down the road, but right now it's not. It's gonna make your life easier. We're just gonna put a little smear of, like, and I mean not very much, just a little smear of right stuff all the way around. And then what I do is I lick my finger and smear it like that, so it's nice and flat. If you lick your finger, it doesn't stick to your finger. And then what you can do is you just stick her on, and it stays exactly where it needs to go. There we go. So you see that? Now it's nice and stuck on there. So it's not going to be, you're not going to be messing around trying to get your bolts lined up. It's not going to be falling off on you. We're just going to put a little dab of right stuff on both of those seams. We're going to do the same thing for the timing cover. Be gentle that we're not going to be busting up anything. Sorry, I know you can't see me, but I am back here. My back hurts a lot. Okay, there we go. Hot dog, just going so good. Just a good day. I forgot to put the right stuff on there like I told you guys to do. So that's what we're gonna do. If you were going real high tech, you could just run a bead all the way around the top. Don't think I'm gonna do that today. Always use bags and stuff, you know, when you're doing stuff, taking stuff apart, because then you can organize it real easy rather than throwing it all into one big bin like I always do. When you're trying to find those body half inch tapered body screws for the square bodies, you never have enough. We got all the bolts in, so now I'm just going to go around and tighten them all up. Can't go wrong with black, because if you spill oil and stuff, hides it pretty good. That's what I've learned. Whoa. These could be your valve covers. All you got to do is subscribe. Troy, are you going to subscribe? Dude, you got to get a YouTube account so then you can subscribe, because maybe you could win this thing. What's a cool painting term? I'm just going to lay it down, or like what's the slang? Those are black enough. All right, we're gonna let these bad boys dry, and I'm gonna go clean up these other parts, and we'll spray them and then throw it all in the truck. Should be good. Just try and get some of that moisture off. That should be good. Okay, so we're just gonna let that stuff dry for a bit. Alright, so we're done. We got her all put back together. Remember, if we don't hit 50,000, I'm not giving it away. So tell your buddies.